Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at Bark at the Moon, and yeah, basically it's really good for your right hand. It's good for cool chord progressions, and yeah, it's just a wicked riff basically. Jakey Lee on the Bark at the Moon album by Ozzy Osbourne. Wicked tune. Anyway, I'll just get straight to it. So what we're going to be doing is I'm just going to break it down to the chords first. Also, I just want to say that there's every chance that I might not have this exactly right, and if anyone's like, you know, yeah, I think he actually does this here, then by all means let me know, because this is just what I've worked out by ear, and it could well be full of mistakes, just what I've interpreted. So yeah. So first of all, the chords that I got is. So we're just going to start with them. So they're basically power chords, but starting from the D string. So you're going to go 5, 7, 8. So 5 on D, 7 on G, 8 on B. And basically we're going to play that with the open A string. And you're going to play that from 5, 7, 8, and you're just going to basically move that shape up to the 7th fret. So that's basically playing a G chord to an A chord. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to play that G1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now we've got this new chord, which is kind of like a D sus 4. That's what I've worked out, which is basically you just bar down your index finger on 7th fret on D and G, and put your middle finger on the 8th fret on B. Okay, cool. Now, once you've got that, all the chords together, I'll give you the rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of like a 3/4 that, that, that type of feel. So that can be quite tricky. It also comes in on the and of 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So yeah, make sure we get them rhythms nice and tight. And yeah, once you feel like you've got that, now we want to add in the sort of shreddy bit, which is the open A, which is doing like 16th notes basically. Now when you're picking fast, you want to make sure that you're holding the pick, that your index finger, I don't know if you can really see, I'll try and hold up to the camera, is kind of like aligned with the pick. That's better. So the index finger is just like this. I use these Jazz 3 picks. I think it's easier if you've got something with a nice sharp edge and that's thick, that's not going to go anywhere. And yeah, you pinch it basically here. You leave a little bit on the end, but not too much. And you don't want to grip it too tight. You want it sort of loose. You want it so it's there. That it's not going to fall out your hand, but not that you're holding on for dear life. So yeah, just practice palm muting the A string and just do it like this for a bit. So just to get used to it. And with this, you don't necessarily have to start off extremely quick, but I'll just play the first bit. Okay, so we're basically doing 1, 2, 3, 4. After each chord on that A chord. Okay, so just practice that for a bit. Okay, cool. Now we've got the next chord, which is that D sus 4. And so yeah, we're just going to play that twice. So and that one is actually, I think, the first time we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So and then on the second time on that D sus 4, you're just going to do 2 down ups there on that A string, and then what we do is we go down to this 3rd fret A. And we just do a pull off from 3rd fret A to open A. So you want to be trying to mute the strings as much as you can here. So you kind of already do that when you're palm muting, but even when I'm playing these chords, what I've got is my index finger is over the E string, so you haven't got that E ring. You just want the A, D, and G and B string to ring out, and to get that clean, you need to be muting with your index finger on these bottom strings and your palm on the bridge on the bottom strings. You're sort of already doing that by palm muting, so that kind of helps. So all together. And there's another down up after that. So and then we go to the this G chord. So back to that first chord that we started on. 5 on D, 7 on G, 8 on B. And now we've got 1. So just 3 times 1, 2, 3, and da tuka tuka da tuka tuka da tuka tuka. So four open A notes in between. Okay. Now this is the bit that I might not have quite right, but this is just what my ears are giving me. So yeah, feel free to chime in. And we go to this F chord, which is basically just the same shape. It's like that power chord shape on the D string, but moving it down. So we've got 3, 5, 6, and then what we're going to be doing is, okay, so we're basically going to be flattening this note by using your middle finger. So what you want to start doing is just play that, so 4th fret with your middle finger on the D string, then that, and then we add in the, so we've just got 2 in between each. Okay, so the whole thing. And then you just go back to the beginning. Now, basically, so again, so if you need to pause at any time, you know, I've gone through everything quite quickly. So pause each bit, and if anything's getting confusing, just rewind it and just go back. Just slowly keep going each section. You know, it's not a race. So this is a really difficult song. Do everything super slowly and try and get it as accurately as possible. You know, really set the tempo, even if it's like. You know, as slow as you need, just to get everything totally tight. And yeah, so yeah, going back to the next part. So you just repeat the whole thing. Only difference is, remember before when we did that pull off on the 3rd fret, this time, the second time around, you do it on the 5th fret. So and the other thing that's different is the ending. Okay, so we do this, and that's 1st fret on A, pull off onto A, back to 1st fret A, 3rd fret A, 1st fret A, back to pull off, 5th fret E, 1st fret E. My right hand's going pull off, Now this is quite tricky to get back into the riff because you have to make sure your muting's on point. So you want that ring finger to mute that E string. Just practice that. So yeah, that's kind of like the whole riff basically. Like that goes into the verse. It doesn't really change up from that as far as I'm aware. So what happens is, to go into the pre-chorus, or chorus, however, the second section, let's say, riff 2. On the very last time, it sort of changes up, and the next two notes are open E, first fret to an F. Okay, so this again, you know, if you're still like, whoa, I'm still on the first bit, no worries, just pause it, go back to it, and then get to this bit whenever you're ready. Into the chorus, we got to play an F sharp minor, bar chord, and the way we do that, so bar chords, you're going to put your index finger over the second fret, and you want it to be like the side. So rather than you used to playing maybe with this, or maybe the side of your index finger or the top of the fingertip, you want to make sure that this is all kind of like down that side bit, and to pinch with your thumb like this. And so that it covers all the strings. It takes a little while, especially if your action's higher, if you've got thicker strings, you know. This is why I actually play with really thick. I play with gauge 9s to 42 strings and have the action set super low so everything's easy. But you still want to be able to play this on as many guitars as possible. So you've got to practice that grip. And yeah. So once you've got that down, then we just add like a power chord type shape. So that'd be 4th fret on A and 4th fret on D with your middle finger. So with distortion, it can sound pretty fuzzy. I've got quite a high gain on it. Jakey Lee's tone's really nice, and you can hear all the clarity in the strings. But I'm just going to turn the volume down a little bit just to take away some of the gain, so you can hear it. Okay, so that's the first chord. Now the next chord is a cool one. It's a proper metal chord. We're going to play like a D, like you would a normal D shape, which is 2 on G, 3 on B, and 2 on E. Except we're going to, rather than play that last second fret, you're just going to take your middle finger off and mute it with your index finger. So you've just got them 2 notes ringing out, and the low D as well. And on top of that, you're going to play the low A, which is this nice sort of chunky D chord. So we've got 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to just go to an E chord. So 2nd fret with your middle finger on A, 2nd fret with your ring finger on D, index finger 1st fret on G. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this next bit, we've basically got a chugging little bit, which we're going to play we're going to play 2 chugs on that 2nd fret E, and we're going to play like with our ring finger the 4th fret on the A. Now this is going to be the trickiest part alternate picking wise, because you're going to be changing between strings. So just do this really slowly. And you're going to want to palm mute if you can the first bit, and open on the next bit. And then what we do is we play, so we're just going to bar down with our index finger to play the 2nd fret on A. So it will look like that. Okay, and then we're going to play 5th fret on the D string. So and then back to 4th fret. Going to have a listen to the track one more time. I know that's a bit mad because I'm supposed to be doing the video now, but I only just learned it a second ago, like, because I was playing it wrong for ages, and I had another listen to it and just relearned it, so bear with one sec. Yeah, so that is right, but it's just the timing. So the 1 is on that. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, and so you come in on the and of 4 and 4. Sorry, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But slowly, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Stop, and then we're back into the main riff. So yeah, I hope that was useful.